All right, hey everyone. Today we are going to talk about how to calculate the pH and do some math. So, the pH scale stands for power of hydrogen. And so, the formula for pH is right here. pH equals the negative log of the concentration of hydrogen. So, you will need a scientific calculator to do these problems. So we're mostly going to use this equation, but we could also do the opposite. So if we want to find the concentration of hydrogen, we could also use this equation, and we can actually do the same thing for hydroxide using these two equations. Okay, we're going to walk through 3 example problems together. That'll take us through everything you need to know, but also know that pH plus POH is going to be equal to 14. Okay. So, let's just walk through a couple example problems together. So the first one, what's the concentration of hydrogen of a solution is 1.0 times 10 to the minus 3. What is the pH? So this is the same as 0.001. So we want to take the pH of this number by taking the negative log. So you're going to put negative symbol, then the log button, and then you're simply going to plug this number in. And we get an answer, a pH of 3. Okay. If you didn't put the negative, you'd get negative 3, but remember, you can't get a negative pH. So positive 3, pH is 3 here. So that's it. You just take the negative log of the concentration of your hydrogen to get pH. If they give you the pH and they ask for concentration, the formula is 10 to the negative pH. So here they give us the pH of 8.25. So to get the concentration, we're going to plug it into this formula, 10 to the negative 8.25. Again, I recommend you use a scientific calculator to do these problems. You're going to get a really small number. Scientific notation is much better here. 6.0 times 10 to the negative. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's our concentration of hydrogen. Really small number of hydrogen here, which makes sense because we have a basic solution. Okay, that's our second example. And then lastly, the third example problem, what is the pH of a solution that has a molar concentration of hydroxide ion of 9.15 times 10 to the negative 5 molar? So here, hydroxide is the same as OH. So we're going to find the POH. So the POH is found using the same method. You're going to take the negative log, except instead of hydrogen, we're plugging in hydroxide. So I'm going to plug in this number, and I get about 4. So the POH is 4. But the question's asking for pH, so now I have to plug it into this equation. pH is equal to pH plus the POH is equal to 14. Subtract 4 from both sides, and we get a final answer and a final pH of 10. Okay, so refer to these 3 example problems and this lecture to help you solve these problems. You just have